Good morning, my name is Alwyn O'Dowd. I'm the Head of Members in Business for the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Australia. Today I'm here with our current President, Tim Gullifer, to speak to you, our members in business, about some of the key issues that the Institute is seeing and ways that we are working to help you through your roles. So Tim, who is Tim Gullifer?
Well, I'll confess up early, I am not a member in business. I've been in public practice all my life. I joined Price Waterhouse a long time ago, I'll tell you, 77, and then transferred across to Deloitte, where I've been ever since. So I'm the president of the Institute for 2013, and what was my day job was a partner in Deloitte Private.
And as the president for 2013, Tim, what is your objective for this year?
Well, I've got a couple of big projects we have to close out. We've still got a few more modules to deliver for CA Online, so 2013 will take much of that to close out the first 4 modules, with a capstone coming in 14, and we're also in the process of going to member consultation with respect to One New Institute.
And being a member in business is often described as being a slightly lonely role versus our peers who are working in practice with larger networks. How do you think that members can stay involved and connected with the Institute?
The best forum I see many members in business attending is the business forums. Last week I was over in WA and we launched the WA Business Forum. A high number of members there. In fact, I think that's your highest group is in WA of members in business. Love the networking opportunities, plus the technical and the CPD that they get out of attending business forums. Other forums within the Institute is through the website of networking events. A lot of people also in business want to keep up their tax skills, so I know we have tax forums as well that they can attend.
Tim, we often recognise the work and efforts that our members undertake above and beyond their daily roles. Can you talk to us about some of those member recognition initiatives that we have?
Being on the board, Owen, we get to see meritorious awards that come through from the regional councils, which is awarding special efforts of the community as a chartered accountant, not just because of what the role they have in their own business. They come through monthly from regional council. We also have the President's Prize that I get to nominate and hand out every year, but we also get to see the talent that comes through on regional council. So, for example, recently we had a council working group for One New Institute. So we went through the council members and picked the talent that we would really like to see come through. And that enables us, the nominations committee, to work on future boards and also future regional councils that we see.
I'm sure you would agree that the world of business has probably changed a little bit since your time in joining the CA in 1977. What challenges do you feel are most critical facing our members in business today?
Well, I look at lifelong learning. Lifelong learning means how do we continually stay abreast of the changes that are occurring in our business community? Whether you're a chartered accountant in public practice or whether you're a member in business, how do you reconnect that educational skill? I used to always say, what happens to us after CA? We all go into various courses and various other programs, but where the Institute is stepping up is to provide deeper services and products to our members right across every segment. So I look at the lifelong learning that we can gather for our members in business is an opportunity for them to still remain connected to our Institute.
So in staying on top of this lifelong learning, Tim, how can members look to us, their Institute, to help them through those changes?
The thought leadership that we're developing goes across all segments of our member community. Last month over in WA we launched Future Inc., which is our institute having a say on public policy. It's bipartisan, but it is a voice, and it's a voice of the membership of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, taking it straight through into the governments of tomorrow to enable them to hear what we have to say about change and what change is needed with this country.
Tim, Future Inc. might be seen as a big change or a move away from our core technical world of accounting, audit and taxation, and a big change for the Institute generally. Do you feel that that's important?
I do, because when we look at the Institute and the strategy for the future, it's about relevance, reach and preeminence. So preeminence is about the badge and the pride that we wear in the jumper, as I call it, the CA designation. So it shouldn't be just around audit and tax. It should be where our members live and what segments they work in. So our Institute is becoming more of a member-centric organisation, and the services that we offer have to be reflective of the segments that the business community is in and the segments that our members live in. So it goes across business and it goes across segments.
You mentioned preeminence and brand. How important do you feel brand is for our members in business?
Well, there's a lot of brands out there, Owen, and I haven't just been recently to Asia. If you think we've got 2 or 3 brands here that we compete with, our chartered accountants who are members of the Australian Institute in Asia are competing with about a dozen brands up there. So I can see that extending down to Australia. The globalisation of those brands will happen. So if we don't support our designation and we build the brand designation for our members, we would be losers. So I think the Institute is focusing quite heavily on the preeminence of the badge and the pride that we all have as being chartered accountants in Australia as a differentiator from all the other bodies that operate here.
So Tim, what's on the horizon? What does the future hold for our members in business?
Well, I have to give a plug for the One New Institute because I said today is the launch of the member consultation program. So we're going into 6 weeks consultation with members, roadshows across the Tasman to inform all of our members about what we're trying to do with bringing 2 institutes together to create one new institute. And the vision for that is to be the trusted leaders in business and finance. Notice, no accounting word, it's business and finance. So it's again across all members of our business community and our member community.
And how can our members in business stay connected with this change?
Well, you're the member rep, aren't you? Or you're the member rep from the Institute for Members in Business. If I was a member in business, I'd be looking at what state I'm in, what regional manager connectivity I can have, what interaction I could have of the state bodies and the state advisory committees as well. I'd also be staying in tune with the Institute. I'd be remembering my login name and my password more than I should, so I can see what the Institute's doing on the web. And there's a lot of also social forums that we have, Twitter, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook. I think keeping in connection with each other, because connectivity means networking, and I think networking for anybody in business is a priority, because you mentioned the word is lonely out there if there's only a few of you. So the networking component of what the Institute's pulling together, I think is a vital way of building ongoing support for the member in commerce, as well as coming along to all the forums and events that you're there for to help them.
Tim, thank you so much for your time today. It was great to get the opportunity to hear the insights directly from you as President of the Board about changes that are happening at the Institute currently and how our members in business can expect to see those unfold.
Thank you, Owen. I would have met a number of your members in business across the various business forums because having recently been to a number of them, it's fun to actually talk to people who are different from myself. So you can get locked up in public practice land, so to come out and see the diversity of our members is vital to the board, because that's one way the board actually interacts with its member group.